কামড়ে ছিঁড়ে দিলাম কি এই যেটা ঝুলছিল এরকম না আর তো এরকম
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. হ্যাঁ স্যার শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যাঁ, স্যার।
স্যার বলুন। হ্যাঁ Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sorry. Yeah. You can hear my voice? Yeah. I think my webcam is also. How are you doing, sir? I'm great. Sir, just one thing. So, time, or rather the second time that I'm using Google Meet, so I have very little idea as to how to share the screen. Help me out in that. Yes. So I have to click on that. Okay. Yeah, present. Okay, got it. Uh, I think I got it. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I have. I hope everybody can see it. Okay, I'll just begin. Everybody there, or should we wait? Most definitely. Yeah. Most definitely. It's nice to see a lot of people who are coming in. I think we have close to 60 plus. Most definitely, sir. Most definitely. I'll be more than happy to come out there and interact with your students of your esteemed institution.
Right, sir. Right, sir. We're very happy to see you, sir. Sir, yes. স্যার আপনাদের ক্যামেরা অনলাইন
হুম করছেন
না ভিডিওটা অন করুন
অনেক রয়েছে গো
শো করছে
স্যার আপনার মুখটা অন্ধকার দেখাচ্ছে।
আমার মুখটা
হ্যাঁ, একদম অন্ধকার দেখাচ্ছে। জানি না।
ভিডিও জয়েন
ওখানটা আলো কম আসছে, দেখুন।
আলো কম আসছে,
এটা বন্ধ করুন না, পুরো বন্ধ করুন স্যার, পিছন থেকে আলো আসছে ভিডিও আসছে।
এবার দেখতে পাচ্ছ?
তাও তো মুখটা আপনাকে একটু ডান দিকে সরতে হবে, মানে আপনার বাদিকে। হ্যাঁ, এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে। একটু অন্ধকার মুখটা লাগছে, ওটা সরিয়ে দিন।
So I think that camera has something on top of it. That's why the entire camera is not visible.
এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে?
হ্যাঁ, এবার বোঝা যাচ্ছে।
ভিডিও আসছে
আসছে গো। সরজিৎ আসছে, দেখা যাচ্ছে এবার?
মুখটার উপর অন্ধকার পড়ছে, মুখটার উপর অন্ধকার পড়ছে।
পিছনে এটা বন্ধ করে দিন স্যার, আপনি পিছনে না লাইটটা আপনার সামনে
তাহলে আমি ঘুরে বসি,
আপনি এদিকটা ঘুরে বসুন। পুরো আসছে না ক্যামেরা।
এবার দেখা যাচ্ছে?
স্যার ক্যামেরাটা কিছুটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, ক্যামেরাটা কোনো মানে পুরোটা খোলা নেই নাকি ক্যামেরা, না উপরের ক্যামেরাটা?
মোবাইল ক্যামেরা তো আমি কিছু করিনি, এটা কোনো তাই ছিল।
ক্যামেরাটা সামনে পোশাক বা কোনায় বাঁদিকে কোনায় ক্যামেরাটা স্যার একটু বাঁদিকে দেখুন তো।
এটা তো ক্যামেরা।
আপনার না, আপনি ফিজিক্যাল যেটা আপনি হাত দিয়ে ক্যামেরার কোনো অবস্ট্রাকশন হচ্ছে নাকি কি? হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ, না মানে কিছু একটা তাহলে ক্যামেরায় কিছু একটা প্রবলেম হচ্ছে স্যার। আগের দিনও দেখছিলাম যে ক্যামেরাটা আপনার পুরোটা আসছে না। ক্যামেরা সরালে হবে না স্যার, আপনি একটু মিউট করে দিচ্ছেন।
হ্যাঁ এবার স্যার দেখা যাচ্ছে।
আপনি একটু স্যার এটা মিউট রাখবেন, আমি যখন
ও আচ্ছা আচ্ছা, হ্যাঁ 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 হ্যাঁ, আমি কথা শুনতে পাচ্ছি।
হ্যালো।
আনমিউট করে এবার শুরু করবে নাকি অরজিৎ? হ্যাঁ, শোনা যাচ্ছে তো আমার কথা? আচ্ছা আচ্ছা আচ্ছা। হ্যাঁ, ঠিক আছে ঠিক আছে।
Yes, sir.
আচ্ছা, কোনো বই আছে কিনা দেখে নেবো।
Oh, wow. Yes. Yes. True. True. True.
Thank you, my young colleague Shorjit. After your beautiful introduction to the subject of this webinar, let me express my gratitude to Professor Godse. He is a very eminent speaker in the subject. Our students, or my colleagues of the Commerce Department, be greatly benefited from his speech, I believe. So let me not waste any much more time and over the speaker mic to Professor Shorja to follow the webinar. Thank you all.
Thank you, Sarojit. Sir, guest of honor, Professor, Pune Institute of Business Management, beloved colleagues, friends, warm welcome to everyone. I welcome you all to today's webinar, Awareness Among the Young Minds. Webinar on the IQAC of the college. Thank our chief speaker, Professor Godse, this time with us. Investment is essential for goals. It is the only way to make our own future better. Safety and capital gains are the big three of investment. All of these steps and constraints today hope that young generation share awareness. Thank you all.
Thank you for the kind words. To be honest, you've been very kind to describe me. To begin with, I don't think so. I can stand even in front of all the great distinguished here right now and all the students. Now, the way this will work is I will just give you the various avenues for basically for all the students. What are the various avenues which you guys already know? Real estate, mutual funds, stocks, and the most famous one right now, cryptocurrency. All of them one by one, and then I will also tell you the power of compounding, and there is an amazing story behind it. So the best part would be if all the Kolkata, I have a special place for Kolkata because students in our college come from Kolkata, and I have wonderful memories of Kolkata for the brief time when I was there in Kolkata. Please interact, and if you guys have any questions, intervene me in between, and I'll be more than happy to go ahead with it or to answer the questions. Now, and I will take it one by one. Just hold on. I just hope everybody can see this. And here, this is where I want all the students. Now, students are the ones who will be at the center stage. I'm the one who will basically be felicitating you guys. So I just want you guys to answer the questions one by one. First question that I have, and this is a very basic question. Tell me who wants to be a sorry, students. Sorry, very sorry. I just lost the connection. I hope everybody can see me now. Is it audible now? I just lost my connection. That's how it goes.
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Yeah, thank you. Without taking much time, I'll just go into it. Okay, now here's this very simple question, okay, and I want students to answer this as much as possible because, as I said, this is an interaction between the students and me. There will be the more we will learn, the more you guys will learn, the more I will be more than happy to answer these questions. Now, my first question is, and this is a very obvious question: how many people want to own a crore or want to have a crore in their bank account? Anybody who
Yes,
wants
sir.
to? Yeah. So obviously, yeah, obviously, you guys want it, even I want it. That's how it is. It is very obvious nature. When it comes to a crow, let's say you guys are very smart. Let us assume that all of you are amazingly smart students. BCom ho gaya. Next thing, that is after BCom, you have got a big fat paycheck. That is, you have got you are earning about 12 lakhs per year. Now, 12 lakhs per year, if you just break it down, it would take you close to 9 years to own a crore. That is assuming you haven't spent a single rupee. What do I mean by not spending a single rupee? You won't eat, you won't drink, you won't give any money to your family, and for certain, you won't be celebrating your Valentine's Day with your partners. So, not a very good way to own up a crore. Is what are we going to do about it? Well, in this case, what you can do is, okay, now everybody wants to be rich. Let's be honest. You guys want to be rich. Everybody wants to be rich. But at that rate of, even if I own 12 lakhs and I save each and every rupee, I'm not paying taxes, not doing anything. In that case, it would take me 9 years. Now imagine I have to go out. I have to give some things to my parents, give a lot of things to my partner, travel, eat food, things that normally a teenager would do, or somebody who is just out for his first salary, go out, party, have fun. Do. Now, after that, the savings, and then we have our beloved government who will suck every little money that is out there via taxes or GST. You end up probably having 4 lakhs a year at the end of it. If that's the case, 36 years just to own up a crore. To it, there is no end to it. Do. इसमें आप क्या कर सकते हैं? Then it shouldn't be that you're working for the money. The money should be working for you. Remember, there's a small but a very huge difference, or a subtle but a very important difference in the here is, comes to a salaried person, the way they think is, salary aa gayi, I would cut down on my expenses as much as possible. Bahar jo main, since a lot of crowd is there from Kolkata, instead of having fish 4 times a week, I will probably have it once. Instead of having Rasgulla, I would probably be happy by having one little 5-star. That shouldn't be the case. Also, I won't buy anything. For when there is a Durga Puja, I won't buy any gifts. This is not a way you want to live. This is not a way I want to live. Forget about this. Even the suit that I'm wearing or the shirt that I'm wearing would probably cost me a lot of bucks. And if I cut down on expenses, I don't think so I'll be looking that good on the webcam. Now, in that case, obviously everybody wants to have fun, and you should have fun. This is where this line comes into picture. For money. Obviously, when you're a salaried person, you work a month, and at the end of the month, what you get is an amount of money that is there. That's what we call our salary. The first line, that is, you work for the money. You come home, you bring something for her, and your kids will be very happy. If you're not married, your other better half will be somebody who you're dating. She will be very happy, but that's that will be a serious trouble. Once in a week, or first week of the month, where the but after that, it's again the same life. That is, for 3 weeks or 3/4 of your life, you will be busy again cutting on the expenses. If you are following the first case where you are working for the money, but if money works for you, it's the other way around. What do I mean by here is, you invest your money in places where the money will keep on multiplying, or it will keep on compounding. And by the end of this slide, you will know what do I mean by compounding when I will run a short video with it. Now, for investing, to invest, here 5 of them, and I'll be very open to take any questions from you guys apart from these 5 that I have discussed out here. One is the very basic one, which I'm pretty sure almost everyone here or everybody's family is doing, that is bank deposits. Second one that comes out here is the gold that a lot of us invest in. Then comes in is the property, again, your house, your land, your farmland, warehouses, you name it, that comes under the property. Stocks. Stocks, a lot of people misinterpreted, saying that, okay, stocks is not something, just hold on, is not something to invest in. They would say, okay, stock is something that is very risky. Mera paisa doob gaya, as Sarajit Sir said. Money goes down the drain, what do I do? And then there is the more famous one, that is called cryptocurrency. Something that I will discuss again in totality. Just give me some time, and then I will definitely move on to it. I will come up with the bank deposits. When it comes to bank deposits, understand this, will give you only 4% interest rate. 4%, that's it. Not more, not less, just 4%. Now, here, can somebody tell me, if I'm saving, say, let's say 100 rupees at the rate of 4%, what is the time it will take me to double the money? How many years will it take? Anybody has any idea? Anyone? Okay, seems there is a lot of people are busy. Anyways, it will take 18 years. So imagine you have put in 100 rupees in a bank account and you're waiting for it to grow. You're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. 18 years have passed and that 100 rupees will basically become 200. That's it. Nothing more than that. It will take 18 years to double it. If it is 7.1, it will take 10 years for it to double. This is a very, very slow rate. Nobody in his right mind would want to invest in something like this. You would keep safe some liquid cash in it, but this is not the way anybody would want to invest or anybody should invest. All right. Now, what are the advantages of it is, first of all, it's very safe. I can watch my money nowadays, even in my app, time and again, all the time. Second one is but that is the only good part about it. The disadvantages are obviously the low returns. Acha, when it comes to PPF, now here when it comes to PPF, right now the prevailing rate is 7.1%, which is fair enough, good amount of money. I can invest only 1.5 lakhs, not more than that. Also, there's a lock-in period of 5 years. This is where the holding period is very high, and also 7% is not a huge amount. Let's face it, 7% is not a very great amount. That is why I won't invest in that. Then comes in is the gold. Now in gold, the returns over the past 40 years. Remember, I have considered 40 years as a timeline. In the first one, or rather in the next one, the timeline will be different, and there's a reason for it. The reason why I have taken it as 40 years is, if you just look at past 10 years, the return has been on the higher side, northward of 9%. But over the 40 years, if you look at an entire generation before, and if you compare the rates, the return is just 3%, and that's amazingly low. Again, this is almost way lower than what the banks have deposited. Here, the advantage is I can go to my local store and I can local jewelry store, and I can easily buy or sell anything that I want. I can do it very easily. Okay. And the best part is I can feel it. I can touch it. I can feel it. I can even wear it. So that's where gold comes into the picture. Understand the disadvantages. One is it can be easily stolen. Second, it can easily be, the purity can easily be affected. If I give it to somebody for some time, and if he is very good he's a very good goldsmith, what he'll do is he will take it, mix some other metals good with it, and he would probably increase the weight and give it back to me, saying that, okay, here's 10 grams, and he will probably 8 grams from it, and we wouldn't even know. So that is where the problem is. And also the storage charges. Now understand, everybody out here, your mom, your dad, your forefathers, they would be having some gold in with them. You don't just keep it anywhere. We keep it in a safe box. We keep it stored at a place, and we make certain investment for it. If it's a locker, we invest it in the locker. Or if it's then we have to pay the charges for the locker. Or if we have kept it in some place hidden, even to bring that hidden place again, that takes some amount of charges that are there. So these are the drawbacks. Also understand, whenever you buy gold, of gold, you would probably get it today at 60,000. But when you try to sell it, you can't sell it at 60,000 per 10 grams or per tola, as we call it in western side of India. You can sell it at 60,000. They would probably deduct few numbers. So that's where there is something in CFA that we call as spread. Buy it from me, they would probably give me 55. I'm going to buy the same thing from them, they would probably charge me 60,000. So that spread is of 5,000 is a pretty huge amount. So that's where the problem comes in. Real estate. Real estate, again, over the past 40 years, just let's look at the city that you guys are in. 40 years before, a generation before, and I'm pretty sure all the eminent professors who are out there would agree, very cheap. Slowly and surely the prices increased and increased multifold. this is where the 8% growth comes into picture. So over the past 40 years, remember I'm talking about past 40 years, not about years or something of that sort. I'm talking about past 40 years. So if I look into past 40 years, that the value of the real estate doubles almost every 9 years. So that's how the rate comes into picture. And now if you look at it over the course of 40 years, you would realize that something that was bought on an average, some house, over the past 40 years, it would have gone up by more than, it would have gone up almost 4 or 5 times. So that's where the part comes into picture. Advantages obviously are, you can look at your house. That's where your investment is. You can live in it. You can have, and it can also be used as source of income. You can give it to rent, be it warehouse. If everybody knows what Amazon and Flipkart is. So Amazon and Flipkart, they need to store their products somewhere. This is where warehousing comes into picture. And also the daily products that are there. Let's say the vegetables that you are having, Pepsi or the cold drinks that you are having, the Coca-Cola. So all of them need to be stored in a warehouse. That warehouse again is somewhere that is used as a secondary source of income. You open a warehouse, let people keep their stuff in there. Once they keep it and you take it out, you would have they would give you certain money for it. Now that's where the source of income is. Also, one of the bigger advantage why gold and real estate are very, very famous is because when you buy gold or when you buy real estate, let's say I have bought a piece of land or I have bought a house right next to the college. Now, when this happens, I can actually touch it, I can feel it every day. And I would be very proud of myself. To do with human psychology, when you can feel, touch or see something, you get more satisfaction through it. Gold and real estate have so much affinity because you can watch it grow, you can watch it every day, say when you're passing by, or if you have your house, you can live in it. So that's where the advantages come in. The other advantages are, so if I buy a house or if I buy a piece of land, and if I've taken loan on it, I can get tax benefits on it. So if I have bought a 10 lakh rupees house somewhere in Kolkata. I am pretty sure that won't be the prime area, but let's say I have bought it in an area. Now I don't have 10 lakhs. What I can do is I can take a loan. When I take a loan and I'm paying off the EMIs, I get tax breaks or I get tax benefits. And this is where the part comes into picture of tax benefits and leverage. Same thing. I have 8 lakhs in my hand. The house is of 10 lakhs. Ideally, if I don't have a loan, I can't buy it. And if I have a loan, that is called leverage. So that's where the leverage comes into picture. What are the disadvantages? One is that it is highly regulated. Anyone out here try to buy a flat or try to buy a piece of land. Look at the amount of paperwork that you have to do. It is not that you would think, okay, I want to buy this and you can buy it in let's say 24 hours. It won't happen. It can never happen. You have to fill in a lot of legal paperwork goes into picture. A lot of legality comes into picture. You have to take a lot of signatures, run around to various departments. Highly regulated. Second is illiquid. What do I mean by illiquid is, if I have a piece of land, or if I have bought that flat for 10 lakhs. Now, for some reason, 1 year down the line, I need say 5 lakhs for some emergency. Let's say my wife had an accident. I need 5 lakhs. Please, I can't say, okay, take half of my house. Or here's the thing, you sell 1/3 of your half of my house. I'll keep the half of my flat for myself. That is, I will keep the bedroom and the kitchen for myself. You can have the hall and the other room and the second bedroom that is there. Keep it to yourself. I can't do that. It comes into picture. Also, if I want to sell it quickly, even in the best case scenario, it would probably take me a week. So this is where the illiquidity part comes into picture. Now comes in the last part, that is where huge investments are needed. What happens here is, if I want to again buy a flat or a piece of land, understand what's happening out there. In that case, a lot of time, uh, I need close to 10 lakhs. Now I'm pretty sure if you are like me, you wouldn't have 10 lakhs right in your wallet itself. Certainly not in my wallet. That's great. But you won't have 10 lakhs in your pocket saying that, okay, I'll buy it. Or again, if you're somebody like me, you wouldn't have it in your bank accounts either. That amount that is required is pretty huge. I can't say, okay, here is 2,000 rupees, give me something. No, you can't do that. The problem with real estate comes in that you need huge amount of money. Literally, it's the life savings that are literally put at stake. And that's why we see a lot of cases, a lot of people running from here and there. State, you can either buy directly or via a broker. The equity. Now, equity over the past 40 years, one of the best returns in or rather, when you look at the entire history of the mankind, given you the best rate of returns, hands down, one of the best returns. If I look at a long-term view of 40%, when I saw this data and I ran through this data, give on an average is, anybody who is good at math, he would know percent rate of return. When I had invested, let's say in bank account, it would have taken me close to 18 years to double up the money. But if that number from 4 turns to 12, now I have to just now the time to double the money is just 6 years. Not more than that, only 6 years. 6 years is the amount of time it will take to double up the money. So in 6 years, it will double. In 12 years, it will quadruple. So 100 rupees मैंने रख दिए, 100K. 6 year, in 12 year, it will become 400. And understand this, this is the average. So we are looking into banks or companies, the range, and also companies which have gone up. Companies like Yes Bank, which were at 250, 300, or which was at 500 and 800, which have come down to literally single digits, including that, and companies which have done very well, let's say like Bajaj Finance or Reliance, which have grown multifold, or Avanti Feeds, which again comes from Kolkata. So if I take the average, percent comes into picture. What are the advantages? You can start with a small income. Let's say you have 2,000 rupees in your hand. That's it, 2,000, और उससे ज़्यादा नहीं है. You can't buy land. In banks, it would probably give you at the rate of 2,000. It will probably give you 80 rupees at the end of the year. Imagine investing 2,000 rupees and what you get is 80 rupees profit at the end of the year. You can't buy land. And for gold, the gold that you will get it would probably be less than 1 gram. Again, you can store it or you can save it. But when it comes to investing, I can invest in stocks that I want, and that is where I have given this. This is one of the apps that I use, and I've just given the link down there as to how to use it or how to download it. Now here, even if I have, let's say 2,000, and I can still do that. Everybody knows this name, as Sarijit sir had said about Warren Buffett. I would give you a more simple example of Indian context. Try to Google a guy who's the owner of DMart. Just look into it. Who's the owner of DMart? That is called Damani. He is Rakesh Damani. Today, he is his net worth is close to 1,500 crores. Rather, he is right now the second richest guy. It is 15,000 crores. I think is what his investment is right now. From 10 lakhs, all the way to 15,000 crores. And maximum of that money came via investing. Imagine where 10 lakhs is, where 15,000 crores is. Huge amount. Also, more familiar name, if you have gone through it, there's this guy called Rakesh Jhunjhunwala. He started, aapki tarah hi, he was in college and he invested in one of the stocks in Tata, and within 3 months, I'm not even making this up, this is actual history, you can Google it. Within 3 months, his first investment, or within 4 months, his first investment went up by 3 times. So he had invested 10,000, that became 30,000 in less than 6 months. This is where he started investing. Today, he is the richest stockbroker. In fact, during this year, he invested in Tata Motors when the stock price was 90 rupees. The stock price was 90. If you just look at the stock price right now, the stock price is close to 350. He had invested close to 360 crores in it. Right now, that 360 crores, or let's say, I'll put it into better context for us to understand. Let us say here you guys have put in 3600 या 3000 आप लोगों ने उसमें डाल दिया है in Tata Motors when Rakesh Jhunjhunwala has also invested when the price was 90. So let's say आपने भी 3000 डाल दिया है, 3000 in less than a year. Less than a year, that 3000 would have increased, would have gone up by to 12,000. Has literally gone up by 4 times in less than a year. That is why I said this is just an average. This is purely an average. This number is purely an average. Just hold on. This is an average. If you want to, you can make money like anything. That is where the small income starts. And the reason why I mentioned small income is, let's look into 15,000 crores and then look at 10 lakhs. Look at the stark difference. This is a huge figure. Also, if you guys want to, you can Google other names, preferably Dolly Khanna. There's this other guy called Ashish Kacholia. These are the guys who were just like you and me. In fact, I would say he was Ashish Kacholia and Damani, Rakesh Damani. They were just like you. They started very young. They did their research, dimag laga diya, paisa dal diye. Today they are crorepati's. That's how it is. You can buy small amount of stocks. Now imagine, I want to buy a Bullet. I hope everybody knows what Bullet is. If I want to buy that bike, that is Bullet, then what will happen is, I would probably have to, just hold on. Sorry, people. Yeah. I would probably have to have at least 2 lakhs of that amount. So 2 lakhs, I would get this Royal Enfield, that is also called as Bullet. Royal Enfield, I would get it at 2 lakhs. Now, if somebody was very smart, and this is something actually one of my friend did, back in when I was in engineering in 2007, instead of buying a bike, and at that time the bike was worth 50,000. So he bought the stock at 500. He bought the stock at 500. When he bought the stock at 500 and he sold it 3 years ago, at that time the stock price was close to 21,000. He had invested 50,000, that 50,000 of 500 worth, and then he sold it off when the price was 21,000. Right now, if you look at Eicher Motors, right now the stock is worth 2,100. Basically the reason why it, 2,500. Basically the reason why it is 2,500 is they went for a split. That is, एक stock था, उसको 10 parts में उन्होंने और छोटे parts में divide किया. Otherwise, actually the value would be 25,000. He sold it at 21,000. He didn't get his Bullet, but he got a 10 lakh worth of a wonderful car. And I think that's a very smart investment. So you can buy small amounts, and if you're very good at stock picking, you can make amazing amount of money. Third part is dividend. Now, I have spoken a lot about the growth, but let's say you want to have a living out of it. At that time, what I will do is simply buy stocks which will give me regular dividends. stocks like Tata Motors, stocks like MRF, stocks like Reliance. If I buy these, let's say I have taken some of my investment, a lakh worth of investment. What will happen every quarter? They will give me close to 1,000 to 10,000, depending on what the dividend rates are. They will give me every quarter. So that's a sort of investment that will happen, or that's a sort of income that I will get, very much like rents that is there. So this is something that you can do. Last and very important, I think this is one thing that makes equity set above or get above above anything else. If I want to buy something, a stock right now, assuming this is before 3:30, it is before 3:30, I can buy it by that's what I have shown this part out here. Power grid, all I have to go is go on my app, click on buy, I will hit buy, and I will get this, and whatever the number that I want, I can buy it. I can again sell it just as quickly. I don't need to wait for anybody. I don't need to run to anybody. I don't even need to know who the person is who is paying, who I am paying, or from whom I am taking the money. This is where the power of equity comes into picture. Equity mein, if I want to, I can buy right now, I can sell it right now, and it can happen in matter of minutes. In matter of minutes. Imagine you trying to sell your house in matter of minutes. I am assure you won't get a good deal. Same goes for gold. If you try to sell it in less than a minute, I think you won't get a very good deal. Stages of equity. Obviously, all I have spoken about is the wonderful part about it, but there's a downside to it, and obviously, because of this downside, a lot of people, and as Sir had said, a lot of people don't invest in equity. One is you can't see. Everything is dematerialized. At the most, just like your WhatsApp, you can see how many stocks you have bought, how many stocks you have money you have made. You can't feel it. Also, the information is available every minute. Every minute you have it. So the moment you get a profit of say 200 or 300, you have a temptation, and it can also be used as source of income. You can give it to rent, get warehouse. Also, warehouse, the second part, which is there, everybody knows, and this is what Amazon and Flipkart is about risk. So Amazon and Flipkart returns are volatile. They need to store their volatile products. I will give you two extreme examples, and I think this will give you an idea as to what daily products that are there. Let's say, I would just request everyone, vegetables that you are having, if you are on your mobile, Pepsi or the Bajaj that you are having, the Coca-Cola price. So all of them need to be stored in a warehouse. You will see warehouse, the price right now is somewhere that is used on the upwards of 5,000. You open a warehouse, let people keep their stuff in the price, and now they keep it and you take it out. You will have the same thing. They would give you certain money for it. Finance. Now that's where the source of 2009. Also, one of the big advantage why 10 years ago and real estate are very, very famous. The price at that is because in the year 2000, when you buy gold or when you buy real estate, let's say I have 5 rupees to 10, or I have bought a house right next to the college. Aaj 5,000. Now when this happens, that calculation, it has gone up by 1,000 points. It has gone up literally by 1,000. I would be very proud of myself based on this. Now I'll show you. Now this is the good part. Now I will show you the other part. That is a very see something, you get more satisfaction through it. Yes, bank. But one point of gold and real estate have so much affinity because you can watch it grow. 5 years ago, watch it every day. Say when you are passing by in the north, or if you have your house, you can live in it close to. So that's where the advantages come in. 300 to 500. That's what the other advantages are. This year itself, if the price came down to 5 rupees, a piece of land, I'm not even making this and up. If I've taken loan on it, I can get the tax benefits on it. So if I have taken, you have literally whatever you have invested, a 10 lakh rupees house. If you had invested somewhere in Kolkata, 1,000 rupees, I'm pretty sure that won't be the primary share price. But let's say, and I bought it at the lowest point, if you would have sold it, now I don't have 10 lakhs. You would have got 10 rupees. I can take a loan. When I take a loan and I'm paying off the EMI, so this is where the volatility comes into picture. There's a huge upswing, there's a huge downswing. Benefits. And this is one thing that comes into picture of tax benefits, but that should be leverage. The reason why I'm saying that is same thing. I have if you are going to make some money, the houses of 10 lakhs, there is certain amount of risk to it. Ideally, if I always have a loan, I can't buy it. And if I have a loan, that is called leverage. The more risk that you leverage comes into, the more returns that you get. Obviously, what is the disadvantage? Next question that comes one is it is highly regulated. How much risk anyone out here and that is something try to buy a flat or try to buy a piece of land. Now comes in the cryptocurrency. Look at the amount of paperwork that is a darling. It is not that all you would think, okay, I want to buy this and you can buy it. People are going gung ho over let's say 24 hours. And if you can look into it, won't happen. It can never happen. One Bitcoin, you have to fill in a lot of legal paperwork goes into picture, a lot of legality comes into picture. You have to take a lot of guys an idea, run around Bitcoin, various departments. 2007, highly regulated. Started. Second is illiquid. The person who started the Bitcoin, or rather the person who started mining for the Bitcoin, or if I wanted to try it out whether people would buy it or not. For some reason, he ordered down the pizzas from a friend's friend. I need say okay, 5 lakhs cryptocurrency for some emergency. Will you give me how much will you charge me? He said, I have no idea what the Bitcoin is. I don't even know. I can't say, okay, take half of my house. How much will you give me? He said, I have 10,000 Bitcoin. You take, you sell 1/3 of your half of my house. I'll keep the half of my flat for myself. That is, I will keep the bedroom and the kitchen for myself. You can have the hall and the other room. If that guy that would have saved that pizza guy would have saved that 10,000 Bitcoins, he would have been one of the richest guys in the world. If I want to sell it quickly, but that's not the even in the best case scenario, it would probably take me a week come into picture. Now this is where the illiquidity advantages, or rather the first part. Remember, now comes in over the past 10 years, the returns have been 113% per year. What happens here is, when I talk about the returns that I've given, or all of them are for 40 years, year on year, okay? Year on year, returns in that case, 8%, a lot of time. The reason why it is only 10 years in Bitcoin is because Bitcoin came into existence from 2007 or 2009. If you are like me, you wouldn't have 10 from there right now, right in your wallet itself. Year on year, it is growing by not in my wallet %, and that's why it is a darling of all the people. You won't have 10 lakhs in your pocket saying that, okay, I'll buy it. Or at it. Again, if you're somebody like me, you wouldn't have it in your bank accounts either. 113%. So if you have invested amount that is required today, is next year your I can say okay, here is 2,000 rupees, a number of 213 rupees in your bank account, which is a fantastic return. Problem with real estate as and when that you need huge amount of as money. A whole. Literally advantages you can even the life savings even today. If I want to, I can buy Bitcoin worth 100 rupees or 1,000 running from here and there. And needless to say, the second one is the high return. You can either buy directly or via. As you can see, 113%. No asset has ever given a returns like this over the span of 10 years. I'm talking about asset as a whole, not a single company. In the or rather, the one when you look at the entire history, as the adage goes, everything that goes up will come down. Giving you the why it is going up, how it is going up. No one has any idea. Hands down, so as of now, best return, even though if I look at a long-term view of 40%, just to give you guys an idea, 3-4 years ago, Bitcoin has had hit a target of 20,000, had a high lifetime on an average. 2 years then is, I think in anybody who was good at math, he would know 17%. The price rate of return had hit $20,000. After that, in 2018, when I had invested, let's say in bank account, it would have taken me close to 20,000, 8,000. Develop the money. But if that number from your 4 entire to net worth was probably now I have to purchase 40% of what it now was. The time to double the money is just 100 rupees back then. Next year he would have had only 40 rupees. 6 years. 6 years is the amount of time it will take to double the money. And then so after coming down to 8,000, it will double went up, and now it is close to $40,000. $100 मैंने रख दिए, 100K. That's a huge jump again there. But as I said, nobody has any idea. There are no 400 and attached. Understand this. This is the average. Then comes in we are looking into banks or companies. This is a lot of countries and also companies which have gone up. Companies like Yes Bank, which were at 250, 300 or get it and how to which was at 500 and 800 regulated have come down to literally single digits own it, which is something even India is coming up with. And because companies which have done very well, who is let's say like what amount of money, and there can be a lot of illegality that can have grown or it can be used for ulterior motive, which again comes from
Then comes in
Kolkata.
is illiquidity.
So
What
if
do
I
I
take
mean
the
by
average,
illiquidity is,
if I have a Bitcoin
picture,
if I
what
actually
are the
have a
advantages?
Bitcoin in my
You can
laptop
start with
that
a
I'm
small
using
income.
right now,
Let's say you
or
have
in a
2,000
coin that I
rupees in your hand,
have,
that's it,
or in my
2,000,
mobile right now,
or usse
if
zyada
I
nahi
want
hai.
to go out and buy
You
something,
can't buy
let's
land.
say I want to buy a T-shirt, or if I
banks,
want to buy
it would probably give you
Coca-Cola at the
or a
rate of
coffee.
2,000, it will
Now
probably
I
give you
can
80
go
rupees
and
at
say,
the end
okay,
of the year.
here is my
Imagine
1
investing
Bitcoin,
2,000 rupees, and what you
take
get
whatever
is
money that you
80
want
rupees
and give me
profit at
the
the end of the year.
coffee.
You can't buy
Nahi
land.
ho sakta.
And
It is
for gold,
simply not possible.
the gold that you will
And that
get
is where the problem comes in,
probably
that I
be,
can't go in there.
but
Less
if you
than
want
1 gram,
want to
again,
invest,
you
can't store it or
there's
you
an
can't save
app
it
on Google
But when it
that is
comes
called
to
BitBNS,
investing,
but before
I
you
can
try
invest
to
in
download
stocks
this,
that I
just
want,
like the one that I have
and
said
that is where
before,
I have given this.
I have
this
given
is,
the link
this is one of the apps that I use,
Zerodha,
and I have just
similarly,
given the link
here's
down
another
there
one
as to
how
the
to use it or
app
how
is
to
called
download it.
BitBNS. Be very,
Now
very
here,
careful when you're investing
even if I
in
have,
it, be it
let's say,
equity or be it in
2,000,
Bitcoin.
and I can
The
still
reason
do
why I
that.
do say this is, if
When
you're
you
going
note
to
this
invest
name
it
as,
thinking that this is a
Sarijit
gamble,
sir had said about Warren
you are
Buffett.
surely going to lose.
I would give you a more
Definitely
simple
you're going to
example
lose, be
of
it equity
Indian
or
context.
be it cryptocurrency.
But
Try
if
to
you're going to
Google
do
a
some
guy
smart
who's
work,
the owner
do
of
some
DMart.
research,
Just look into it. Who's
look
the
into
owner
it
of
that
DMart?
how things are,
That
why
is
the
called
prices are going
money.
up, how much it will go up,
how much it will come down, so on and
Today,
so forth.
he is an,
Be able to
his
make
net
some,
worth
then
is
you might
close
be
to
able to make some wise
1,500,
decisions, which will
1,500
save you
crores.
and
Rather,
make
he
you a
is
lot
right
of
now the
money.
second richest guy.
As
It
I
is
said,
15,000
your
crores.
money should be working for you. instead of
I
you
think is
working
what
for
his
the money.
investment is right
This
now.
is where the
From
cryptocurrency
10
part
lakhs
comes into picture.
all the way to 15,000 crores.
Just hold on.
And maximum of that money came via investing. Imagine where 10 lakhs
Now
is,
comes in the part.
where 15,000 crores is.
Just hold on.
Huge
I
amount.
have to share.
Also, more familiar name. If you have gone through it, there's this guy called
Now I
Rakesh
want to
Jhunjhunwala.
come to a part which is called power of compounding.
He started.
Now here's a
Aapki
question
tarah
that I
he
have
was in college
for everyone.
and he invested.
If I invest
in 5,000 every year, one of the 5,000 every month stocks in
you
Tata.
guys have got a
And
salary
within
of
3 months, 1 lakh. I'm not even making this up.
and
This
you
is actual
decide
history.
that
You
I
can
will
Google it.
have saved
Within 3
5,000
months,
and I
his
will
first
invest it
investment
somewhere,
or within
where
4
the
months,
returns
his
are
first
10%.
investment went
10%
up by
per
3
year.
times. So he had
Can
invested
somebody tell
10,000.
me
That
how
became
much returns
30,000
you
in
will
less
get
than 6
by
months.
at the end of 20 years?
This is
Anybody
where
has
he
any
started
idea?
investing. Today, he is the richest stockbroker. In fact, anyone?
10,000.
During this year,
So
he invested in
5,000
Tata
you're
Motors
saving
when
every
the stock
month,
price
okay?
was
The
90
returns are 10%.
So
So
at the end of 10 years, how much
at
the
the
stock price right now? The stock price is close to 350. He had invested close to
Okay,
360 crores
let's
in it.
do this together. I'll
Right
just
now,
share my
that
screen.
360 crores, or
And
let's
then
say,
we will
I'll
calculate
put it into better
And
context for
these are the
us to
figures
understand,
which are
let us
something
say
that will
here
give you an
guys
idea
have
as
put in
to the power of compounding.
3,600. So power of compounding, yeah,
is something
3,000.
like this. So
आप
if
लोगों
I
ने उसमें
invest
डाल दिया है, in Tata Motors when Rakesh
Jhunjhunwala
had
has
also invested,
and if I
when the
keep it in
price
an
was
asset
90.
which will give me
So
a
let's
return
say
of
आपने भी 3,000 डाल दिया
let's
है,
say 26,000
in
or
less
rather
than a
let's
year.
say
Less than a
10%.
year, then my money
That
will double
3,000
every 7 years.
would have
If I
increased,
invest in an
would have
asset
gone
which
up
has
by
which is giving me a
12,000.
returns of 20%, then
Has
it will
literally gone up
double
by
my money
4 times
almost
in
every
less
3
than a
years.
year.
Now let's look
That is
into
why I said
more realistic
this is
picture.
just an average.
This is purely an average.
Power of compounding. Now,
this number
here's
is
the
purely
thing.
an average.
What I have here are the number of
This
years
is an average
which are given
if
out
you
here.
want
That
to,
is
you
10,
can
20,
make
30.
money like
And here is the
anything.
return that I'm getting. So
That
if
is
I've
where the
invested in
small
an
income
asset,
starts.
let's say
And the reason
5%,
why I mentioned
and I'm
small income is,
or 10% or 20%.
let's look into
if I invest
15,000
5,000 per month
and then
okay,
look at
5,000
10
per
lakhs.
month, तो क्या होता है?
Look at
Let's
the
look
stark
into it.
difference.
5,000 per month.
This is a huge figure.
At
Also,
10,000,
if you guys want to,
after
you
10
can
years, I'll
Google
be
other
making
names,
10,24,000.
preferably Dolly Khanna.
This is the power of compounding.
There's this other guy called Ashish
10% per year.
These are the guys
stocks में invest
who were just like you and me.
5,000 every month. Okay,
In fact, I would say
he
and
was
you are even in the
and,
average, not even going
Damani,
into the huge figures.
Rakesh Damani.
Rather,
They were just like you.
They started very young. They did their research.
Yeah, I'll
दिमाग
keep it
लगा
quick.
दिया.
Okay, let's
पैसा
look
डाल
into
दिए.
it. Okay.
Today they are
Now,
crorepati.
if you invest
That's how
just
it is.
5,000 per month,
You can buy
per
small
month
amount of
in
stocks.
mutual
Now
funds.
imagine you would, I want that mutual fund gives you the average return of 12,000 bullet. By the end of 10 years,
I hope everybody
you
knows
would
what
end
bullet
up
is.
having
If I want to buy
11
that
lakh
bike,
50,000. If you
then
just
what will
keep
happen
it,
is
if you hold it for a
I would
longer
probably
time,
have to just hold on.
for 20 years, you would end up almost having 50 lakhs. 5,000 per month
probably
invest कोई बड़ा काम नहीं किया, and this is the amount that you have 2 lakhs of that amount. This is the power of 2 lakhs. A lot of people Royal Enfield don't realize what the power of compounding is. Royal Enfield, I would get it simply take it as it is. If somebody was very smart, and this is something, and they realize actually one of my friends did, and they don't even realize that when I was in they can make engineering kind of money that they in 2007. Even if I invested in a bike, and at that time the bike was worth 50,000. Criteria is I invest 5%, 5,000 every month at 500. At 5%, I would still end up with 20 lakh. When he bought the stock at 500, this is the power. And he sold it. A lot of people under 3 years ago. The power of at that time, the stock price was close and to there's a short video. If I can run it across, he had invested 50,000. That 50,000 or 500 was. When it comes to he sold it off when the price was, or rather when it comes to right now, if you look at Aisha, I always say keep right now the stock is worth or a long-term view. 2100. Basically, the reason why it, sorry, 2500. Basically the reason why it is 2500 is they went for a split. That is एक stock था उसको 10 parts में उन्होंने और छोटे parts में divide किया. Otherwise, actually the value would be 25,000. He sold it at 21,000. He didn't get his bullet, but he got a 10 lakh worth of a wonderful car. Okay, and I think this is a video, and this is a true story. You can buy small amount, and if you're very good at stock picking, 20,000 stocks of MRF. 20,000. Third part is dividend. Now he bought it. I have and he completely forgot about the growth. But let's say you want to have a living out of it. At that time, what I will do is basically buy stocks which will give me regular dividend. He looked at, he was cleaning his his grandfather's like Reliance. If I buy these, let's say I have taken my and then he said that okay, let's look at what some of my investment, and now you will see a lakh worth of investment. Let's look into what will happen every quarter. They will give me close to 1,000 to 10,000 depending on what the dividend rates are. They will give me every quarter. So that's a sort of investment that will happen, or that's a sort of income that I will get, very much like rents that is there. So this is something that you can do. Last and very, very important, one of everybody can hear this. One thing that makes equity set people above or get above above anything else. If I want to buy something, a stock right now, assuming this is before 3:30, it is before 3:30. I can buy it by.
Voice is breaking now.
That's what I have shown this part.
I can't hear you properly.
Power Grid, all I have to do you can hear it. Click, go on my app, click on buy. I will hit buy and I will get this and whatever the number that I want, I can buy it. I can again sell it just as quickly. I don't need to wait for anybody. I don't need to run to anybody. I don't even need to know who the person is who is paying, who I am paying, or from whom I am taking the money. This is now where the power of equity comes into picture. Equity mein, if I want to, I can buy right now.
Can you make it little more higher?
Right now, and it can happen in matter of minutes. I will. In matter of minutes. Imagine you trying to sell your house in matter of minutes. I am assure you, you won't get it. Nowadays it goes for gold.
Yes,
if you try to sell it in less than a minute, I think you won't get a very good deal. Stages of equity. Obviously, all I have spoken about is the wonderful part about it. But there's a downside to it, and obviously, because of this downside, a lot of people, and as Sarajit said, sorry, my bad. A lot of people don't invest in equity. One is you can't see for the first time. Everything is dematerialized. At the most, just like your WhatsApp, you can see how many stocks you have bought, how many stocks you have. Try it one more time. Money you can't feel actually. Also, the information is available every minute.
Yes, sir.
Every minute you have it. So the moment you get a profit of say 200 or 300, you have a temptation, and it can also be used as source of income. You can give it to rent, warehouse. Also, warehouse second part, which is there, everybody knows, and this is what Amazon and Flipkart is about risk. So Amazon and Flipkart returns are volatile. They need to store their volatile products. I will give you two extreme examples, and I think this will give you an idea as to what daily products that are there. Let's say I would just request everyone, vegetables that you are having, if you are on your mobile, go there, the Bajaj that you are having, the Coca-Cola price. So all of them need to be stored in a warehouse. You will
that
see
warehouse
the price right now is somewhere that is used on the upwards of 5,000. You open a warehouse, let people look at the same price, and now they keep it and you take it out. You would have the same thing. They would give you certain money for it. Finance. Now that's share price where the source in of 2009. Also, one of the big advantage why 10 years ago and real estate are very famous. The price at that is because in the year 2000 when you buy gold or when you buy real estate, let's say I have 5 rupees of land or I have bought a house right next to the college. Aaj 5,000. Now when you guys can make that calculation, it has gone up by 1,000 point. It has gone up literally by 1,000. I would be very proud of myself based on this. Now I'll show you. Now this is the good part. Now I will show you the other part. That is a very see something. You get more satisfaction through it. Yes, bank. But one point of gold and real estate have so much affinity because you can watch it grow. 5 years ago, watch it every day. Say when you're passing by in the north, or if you have your house, you can live in it close to. So that's where the advantages come in. 300 to 500. That's what the other advantages are. This year itself, if the price came down to 5 rupees, a piece of land, I'm not even making this and up. If I've taken loan on it, I can get tax benefits on it. So if I've taken 4 rupees, you have literally whatever you have got a 10 lakh rupees grandfather. If you had invested somewhere in Kolkata, I'm pretty sure that won't be the primary share price. Let's say and I've bought it at the lowest point. If you would have sold it in 1990, I don't have 10 lakhs. You would have got 20,000 shares. Today, the when I take a loan and I'm paying off the EMI, so this is where the volatility all those 20,000 shares is why I huge tax benefits. And this is one thing, and his dad was literally sleeping, his grandfather was literally sleeping on it the entire time. So this is what the power of compounding is. If you know the power of compounding, trust me, you can make wonders. And one of the avenues that is there is investment. If you do some smart research, if you do some smart research, or if you dwell into looking into using your common sense and basic logic, you can do it very well. As Warren Buffett has said, if you can cross the road, you can make investments. You can also make some smart investment, and you don't even need to think a lot. Just look into your daily things. If you think that, okay, I think coffee is selling pretty well. Which coffee is selling pretty well? Nestle. I should buy a stock of Nestle. That is something that will also fetch you amazing amount of money. Similarly, if you think that, okay, now when it comes to oil or when it comes to telecom, Geo is something that is making a lot of, I have seen a lot of my friends switching to Geo. I think I should invest in Geo. Okay, go ahead, invest in Reliance and you'll be making amazing amount of money. So that's how it is when it comes to investment. If you can even use a basic logic, even then you can make a lot of money. And over the long term, if you can hold it out for a long time, you will be a very happy man by the end of 10 years or 20 years, however you want to see. This was it from my side. As far as different avenues are concerned, if there are any questions, I would be more than happy to take it right now.
Sir, what is the NSE and BSE?
Yeah, so NSE and BSE are basically two platforms where you can buy or sell your stocks. You can buy it from one stock and you can sell it at another, no issues. Nobody would ask you any question. It is basically a platform from where you can buy or sell a stock. So if you want to buy Reliance stock, you have to go on that platform where you will have a lot of sellers. You can buy it from them. If you want to sell, you can again go on either of the two stocks. Again, the Grow app and the other app that is there, that is Zerodha, they have this option where you can do it and you can do it pretty easily. All you have to do is hit a couple of buttons and it will be there. In fact, what I will do is I will just, if you can just look at the chat box, I will just put it in the chat box, the link. Just click on it and you'll be able to open a Demat account. Once you have opened the Demat account, you can buy and sell on PSE, you can buy and sell on NSE, or you can even sell it on cross platform just by clicking on this link. These are just platforms. That's how it is.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Thanks, Amrat. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, but it is very risky. I think. थोड़ा रिक्स तो है.
Okay, how many people here had seen this? Swapnil, I think you have a very good logical brain, and as you said, thoda risk hai. How many people have seen the series Scam? I'm pretty sure it's going out.
Yes, sir. I know.
Yeah,
Harshad Mehta scam.
yeah, very good. Everybody has
1992.
fantastic.
Risk है तो इश्क है. You
It's the
can.
Hudson Mehta scam.
Yeah. Now, if you, as Sohail has said, risk hai to ishq hai. Even if you look at that story, okay, and that's a true story, by the way. The guy was literally living income of his father. That's how it was. He was living on the income of his father. Slowly and surely, he built up himself. At one point of time, he was the biggest taxpayer in India. He wouldn't have got this far without taking that kind of a risk. Also, remember, here the risk is not on the risk. When I say risk, this does not mean a blind risk. It is a calculated risk. Just like we see it in football or when it comes to cricket. If you get a bouncer, what do is you either hook or you bend or you get down, or what do you say? Or if you want to do neither, if you are somebody like Chateshwar Pujara, you put a helmet and take the hits on yourself. But bottom line is, you know what the risk is. Ball is going to come to your come right on your head. What are you going to do with it? Either you're going to hook it, just like Rohit Sharma does. You're going to go down, something that I do a lot, or you can, just like Pujara, you can take the hits. If you know the risk, you can take some calculations and make some decisions. This is where the risk can be negated, or as we call it, risk can be hedged. That in the upcoming election that are going to happen in Kolkata, I think that let's look at all the three scenarios. Okay, let's say the TMC wins. If that wins, which are the sectors that will be benefited? If BJP wins, which are the sectors that will be benefited from it? If let's say the left party wins, now what will be the scenario? Which are the companies or the sectors which will benefit from it? If you know that, and then based on who has won on that day, the next day just invest in those companies and you would be a very happy person considering what the profits will be. Just to give you guys an idea, during the budget, there was once the budget came out, there was a lot of, if somebody has gone through it, once I buy it, 5 years down the line, when there will be a huge demand for batteries, the company will be showing me great profit and I will be making amazing amount of money. So this is how you think about it. Very simple, very logical, and this is something that will help you in the long run. As I said, you don't need to be very smart. You don't even need to be the smartest guy in the house or in the city. Is just have a look into how to do this and use some logic. Use some common sense, and you can go far ahead with it. That's how it is.
सर बोल रहे थे कि म्यूचुअल फंड वन टाइम इन्वेस्टमेंट है तो
नहीं. So mutual funds, there are two types. One, you can invest once at a time. That is, if I have 10,000 or if I have 1 lakh, I can invest that 1 lakh at once. Or some I need to give. I have to go out, take care of my friends, go out party, take care of my family, and pay out rents. After doing everything, I have 10,000 with me, out of which I require 5,000 as what I can invest, because I need those 5,000 for any emergency. Let's say I get a girlfriend and I have to go out. In that case, what I will do is that 5,000 I can invest. So this is where we call it SIP, systematic investment plan. This is where I'll be investing 5,000 per month. Per month, automatically मेरे bank account से वो निकाल it will be taken out. You will decide the date. On that date, 5,000 will be taken out of your bank account and it will be invested in the mutual fund of your choice. and everything happens seamlessly and very easily. And whenever you want to take it out, again, same procedure applies. You just have to click few buttons and the money will be back in your bank account.
सर लॉन्ग टर्म में
Yeah.
यस सर बोल रहे थे कि लॉन्ग टर्म में एफडी करना तो बेटर रहेगा ना लॉन्ग टर्म में अगर
Okay, let's look into FD. Now, FD mein there are two problems, okay? Two simple but very important problems. FD पे maximum I can invest, there's a upper limit to maximum money that I can put in an FD. There's a upper limit. I think right now it is 1.5 lakhs or 5 lakhs. I forgot the number. But that's the maximum I can put in there. And plus 7% returns are there. 7% के हिसाब से my money 7.1 is what the my FD rates are. In that case, my money will double after 10 years. Agar 1.5 lakhs, yeah, let's say 5 lakhs is my upper limit set by the government for FD. Only 10 lakhs, उसके ऊपर का मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Plus, there's a ये lock-in period, 5 years तक मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता. Now contrast that with if I would have invested the same amount of money in TCS, or there's a company from Kolkata called Amar Raja Batteries. I don't know if anybody has heard about it. Kindly Google it, Amar Raja Batteries. If you would have invested that money 5 years ago in Amar Raja Batteries or in Avanti Feeds, both have their operations in Kolkata, by the way. Avanti Feeds, they are into fisheries. So all the fish that you eat and all the fish that actually from India gets exported outside, majority of that comes from Avanti Feeds. It's a private company. They have a shore. They operate heavily in Kolkata. Other is Amar Raja Batteries. If these two companies, if you would have invested, say, your money would have got doubled in 3 years. In 3 years. I'm not even making this up. In 3 years, your money would have got doubled. Now tell me which one is safer. Where there's an upper limit, you can invest only 5 lakhs, that too with a lock-in period of 5 years. Agar 5 years ke pehle nikala, I would get there would be some charges for me. Or on the other hand, I invested in stocks where my money, and by the way, in FD, my money will get doubled after 10 years. On the other hand, for 3 years, no upper limit. I can invest whatever I want, be it 100 rupees or be it 100,000 rupees. I can invest it. Ab kis mein hai? So this is where the part comes in, the long-term risk and the short-term risk. Putting it in an FD account may be very safe, but not a very wise decision. That's how I put it. It might be very safe, but when you take inflation into picture, the returns are nowhere close to what you should get. Yeah, just one more. Yeah, just one part that I would like to share. This is something that comes from the. This is something that will give you an idea of the people who have been, as I said, when it comes to PIBM. We have, as I said, I have fond memories with the people of Kolkata and from Kolkata. When I say this, I would just like to point out the people who have been from Kolkata. These are the people, these are the students, wonderful students. Many of them my students. Mayank Shah, who is in Science Analytics, he has switched from there. He was from 2019 pass out. Also, Mohit Daga and Pavel, these all three guys passed out last year. Science, Ayushi, Amrita, they are from this current batch that is there. Amrita is from current batch. These are from Kolkata, all of them who have been here. And as I said, we have huge number of people who come from Kolkata, and all these students, all these wonderful students have excelled in their careers and they are doing an amazing job. You guys can get in touch with these if you just put it on WhatsApp, if you just put it on LinkedIn, or if you just put on Facebook, you guys can get the contacts of all these three people who are out there. Again, just call out my name, Ashish Godse, and all three of them know who I am. because I'm the one who has taught them. And these are the other people, again, all of them are from Kolkata. The common theme is most of them are from West Bengal or Kolkata. And these are the various companies: Sifa Analytics, DCB Bank, Wipro, and Sians, Deloitte, DHFL, Bajaj, Alliance, Muthoot, and you can see the prices for themselves. So Tanu is somebody who is right now based in Kolkata. I know that for a fact because I'm still in touch with him. And these are the guys who have done exceedingly well. I am not going through the entire part because this is a long list, but this is just an idea as to the people from Kolkata or from West Bengal who have come out here and who have done exceedingly well in their career. Yeah, over to you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, how beneficial is it to invest in penny stocks?
Yeah, penny stocks is where you have actual risk. So, Someshri, I think this is a fantastic question. Let me just tell, for the benefit of others, what is penny stock? Penny stock are the stocks which are actually worth pennies. Anything that is worth less than 10 or 20 rupees. सबसे best example in today's world is Yes Bank. Yes Bank right now, if you look at it, it is worth 15 rupees. If these are the kind of stocks where there is not a lot of research, a lot of people don't even know such companies exist. If you know this company very well, as in you have done a lot of research, you have actually gone down there, met those people, saw what the factory, saw what they are doing. If they are manufacturing, is it the real thing? You can make a lot of money. As I said, I will give you two contrast examples. Let's look into the Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance in 2009 was a penny stock worth 5 rupees 90 paisa. Exact figure, okay? The low was 5 rupees 90 paisa. Today the same stock is worth rupees. Right now you can go out and check out Bajaj Finserv and Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance was worth 5 rupees in 2009. Today it is worth more than 5,000. On the contrary, on the other side of the spectrum, check out JP Associates. JP Associates, this stock in 2009 and 2007, 2009 was the darling stock. Everybody wanted that stock just like everybody wants Reliance right now. At that time, the stock was worth 300. Today, if you go and look at it, that stock is worth 3 rupees or less than that. Another is Macleod at one point of time, or best Vodafone Idea. Vodafone Idea was worth less than 10 rupees. Again, this is where they come into penny stocks. If you buy these, the risk is very, very high if you don't know what you're doing. And as I say, if you don't know something, don't go into it. Not invested in cryptocurrency basically because I have no idea how it works. What is mining, how they do it, no idea. If you know what you're doing and you're willing to take that risk, please do it. But ideally, if you don't know it, stay out. As they say, if you can't handle the heat, stay out of kitchen. But if you do know about the stocks, or let's say, like I say, the coffee, Nestle is something you're having, the electrical switches or the fans that you look into it. Once you go around just in your house, or the laptops that you're using, the mouse that you're using, just look into it. Who is the competitor? Is he trading in the stock? Are the company stock trading in the market? If they are they doing well? Why they are doing well? If you just get answers to these questions, you can make your decision like this and you will be making a lot of money. That's how it is. I hope you answered your question, Somesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, there's another question
Yeah,
actually.
yeah.
Sir, I was checking out HBL Power right
Yeah.
now in Money Control. So I was like, sir, is it safe to invest in HBL Power right now? Because the price is like pretty low. It's like 38 or something.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Actually, sir was right now talking about the car batteries, right? So,
Yeah.
like, mostly people are going to go for electrical cars. So, sir was like, it's better to invest in car batteries right now. So,
Yeah.
like 10 years down the line, it might just give a good return, and
Yeah.
tables can turn.
Yeah.
So, on in that, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So as Sarajit sir said, and I would just add more point to it. So, Someshri, I am very glad that you have gone through it quickly. This shows the thirst and the enthusiasm that you want, and this is something that will actually take you and anybody who else out here. Samrat is there, Soil is there. It will take you guys ahead because it's the curiosity. Now let's look into this. Okay, Someshri was very smart. जैसे ही मैंने बोला, she googled into it, money control में डाल दिया. Now this is the first stage. This is the first thing that you have done. Then you go towards the second and third. Now look into it. Who is the leader? If you look at it, who's the leader? Then you would see Amar Raja is there, and then there are few more stocks. Then you look into it. Why is it that this stock is worth so less? Then you start researching it. Is it the company is that good? Yeah. Do they have a lot of loan? What is the problem? Why is it that they are so low? And if you know that the company will go very high, how or where it will go very high, if you think and you can justify it, nothing like it, take it. And if you make money, yeah, you can give me a party later on. Yeah.
Sure.
Sir,
Thank you so much.
what is the market volume?
Market volume of?
Share
Now,
market.
okay. Now here's the part. Share market. Just to give you guys an idea, okay, volume, I can't give you the exact numbers because that varies every day, but just to give you guys an idea. Yesterday, the market went down by close to 1000 points in BSE, and in NSE, it went down by 300 points, okay. So it came down by 1000 points in BSE and 300 points in NSE. Combining both of them, okay, combining both of them, and this is something you can again Google it. Economic Times, आज का open करके देखो, और just go in Economic Times and read the paper.
सर हम देखे थे कि YouTube में अगर वॉल्यूम अच्छा हो तो वो शेयर खरीदना चाहिए.
Yeah. So I'm just coming to it. So volumes में there are two parts. I'm talking about the entire this BSE NSE. Every minute there was a loss of 1000 crores in NSE and BSE yesterday. Now imagine the numbers. It starts at 9 in the morning and stops at 3:30 in the afternoon. Every minute there was a loss of overall loss. Sabko mila ke there was a loss of 1000 crores per minute. That is the numbers game. Now when it comes to volumes that you are talking about, it is like as let's look into Someshri and Samrat, and I will just take example. Let's say Samrat has invested in a stock, and I will again take generic name, Reliance. Okay. Now Reliance, you want one. When I say volumes, that is how many buyers and sellers are out there, or how many shares are bought and sold at a given point of time. If that number is very high, that means it is very liquid. Now, if I look at the stock that Someshri had said, possibly the numbers would be in thousands. But when I look at Reliance, the numbers will be in millions. Like it is like 10 million or 20 million, 10 lakhs or 20 lakh shares. So 20 lakh worth of shares, somebody is buying and somebody is selling. If it comes to Hubble Power, if I got the name right, it will be something where if there are few thousand, so 10,000, matlab there are say 8,000 who are buyers, 2,000 who are sellers. So the combination of buyers and sellers and the number of shares that both of them have bought and sold, that is what will give you the volumes.
Okay,
higher
sir.
volume, more, yeah, that's how it is. More easily you can buy and sell. Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
सर
Yeah.
सर मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था.
Yeah, sure.
सर आपने जो बोला इलेक्ट्रिक कार और इलेक्ट्रिक बैटरीज आर फ्यूचर ऑफ वर्ल्ड. सर अभी बहुत कार ऐसे हैं लाइक टेस्ला अभी आ रहा है इंडिया में मैन्युफैक्चर करने अपना कार. हाँ, और टाटा नेक्सॉन का ईवी वेरिएंट अभी मार्केट में अवेलेबल है सेल के लिए.
Yeah.
हाँ, और there are many companies like Hyundai and अशोक लेलैंड का कार भी मौजूद है अभी.
Yeah.
हाँ, ये सब का अभी मार्केट को देख के अभी मैं अगर कोई भी कंपनी का स्टॉक का अगर खरीदूं, हाँ,
Yeah.
वहां पे टेस्ला का या कोई आप बाहर का कंपनी का स्टॉक लेना चाहिए या हमारा इंडिया का कंपनी का लाइक टाटा अशोक लेलैंड.
Okay. So the question is कि whether I should buy a Tesla stock or whether I should buy a Tata stock. Now I will just look into. Now I will just give you a simple numbers. Okay. If I want to buy
Okay, sir.
Tesla stock now, okay, now the stock is worth $1,000. I think somewhere close to $1,000. I don't know the exact figure. So if I want to buy it, पहली बात तो I should find a broker who is willing to be the person who will buy on my behalf. I can't buy anything or sell anything directly. Everything happens through brokers. In your case, in my case, Zerodha is the broker for me, or Grow app is the broker who will buy or sell on my behalf. You have to find somebody. Also, if you buy just one stock of Tesla for 1,000 rupees, if I got my calculations right, it will be you have to shell out possibly close to 75,000 rupees for one stock. Brokerage charges alag. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Plus, yeah, so that comes to 80,000. Now my question is, why do you want to spend 80,000 on a stock in US when you can buy some amazing stocks in India itself? Also, just taking it ahead, okay, EV is the future, and this is just one example that I have given. Now I will even take this a little bit ahead. Do you think that there will be more once the economy comes back to normal? Do you think more cars will be sold and more bikes and cars will be sold, or less cars and bikes will be sold? Do you think more cars will be sold once the economy comes back to normal, as in everybody starts working?
सर इन फ्यूचर में अगर पेट्रोलियम सेक्टर को मैं ध्यान में रख के बात करना चाहता हूँ, क्यों पेट्रोलियम सेक्टर में बहुत अभी तो पेट्रोल और डीजल, पेट्रोल 90 रुपीज एंड डीजल 85 to 84 रुपीज. हाँ, और पेट्रोल और डीजल जब क्या बोलो, उससे पॉल्यूशन बहुत ज्यादा होता है. हाँ, और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक व्हीकल या इलेक्ट्रॉनिक बाइक से कोई पॉल्यूशन नहीं होता है. लाइक सर दिल्ली एंड मुंबई अवेलेबल रिवोल्ट बाइक.
Yeah. So this is about pollution. But when I talk about investment, now I will look into it. Ki what are the things? Now, if I know more cars are going to be sold, cars banane ke liye kya lagega? I require steel. Now, who makes more steel? Tata Steel. I can buy Tata Steel stock. Also, when just look into it per part component. If I am somebody who is who sees ki there are a lot of ice creams, large ice creams sold. Okay, family packs zyada bik rahe. Now, ice cream is sold, no doubt, but ice cream actually comes in a pack. Now that pack, who makes those plastic covers? Who are the ones who are making those plastic covers? If I do that, but the answer is, by the way, Moltech karke company, okay? Moltech, they are the ones who make a lot of these plastic packages that are there, be it for paint or be it for any buckets that are there. Most of these are made by this. So if you just think about it this way, you would realize ki, okay, yahan pe there is something or another way. I will just give you one last example, okay, because I'm pretty sure everybody is tired hearing me now, and even my jaw is now paining out after speaking about 2 years. Okay, now PLI, the scheme that was bought by the government, it had few sectors which were there. One of them was auto ancillary. Auto ancillary is कि ऑटो के जो सारे पार्ट्स रहते हैं वो बनाते हैं, मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, ये LED lights and food processing, and there were few more. Now if I just look at these 4 sectors, okay, food processing में कौन है? They are the ones who will get huge amount of money from government. Auto ancillaries, who are the ones who make brakes, who are the ones who make chains. When it comes to mobiles के अलग अलग parts रहते हैं, कौन बनाता है? If you just look at it, Dixon Technologies, the company's stock is through the roof. They are the ones who make that. LED lights कौन बनाता है इंडिया में? Lumax. Then I will say कि okay, Lumax will get a lot of money, then they can even do exports. Now I will go into it. If it's a good monsoon, I know crops are going to be good. Also, fishing will be good. I would buy Avanti feeds. This is how you should think about it, and be patient. The biggest the part will be patient. Let the things happen. Like you take land or you buy a house, you don't sell that house in next 2 days. You stay there for 20 years, 30 years, and then you sell it across. Keep the same attitude for stocks. Long term rako. Trust me, you will be a very happy person when you are in your 40s and you have a kid who you have to who will be going to the best of the schools and colleges in the swanky car that you will be gifting him on his 18th birthday. That's how it will be. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. Yeah. Also, sir, one more part. I will just give in my contact in the chat box. If somebody is interested, my email ID and my phone number is there. If somebody has any questions or doubts, you can drop in here, and this is something I'm available almost throughout the day. If I'm not busy in lectures, and if I'm busy in lectures, I will answer later on. My mobile number and my email ID is in the chat box right now. Yeah, over to you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Definitely. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Have a nice day, people. Thank you.
স্যার বলছি লিঙ্কটা তো আসেনি স্যার লিঙ্কটা আসেনি পাচ্ছি
আমার খুলে গেছে তো সার্টিফিকেটও পেয়ে গেছি
স্যার আমার এখানে আসছে না স্যার আরেকবার পাঠাবেন স্যার
একবার পাঠাবেন আমারও এসে গেছে স্যার একবার লিঙ্কটা পাঠান না
স্যার আসলে আমার প্রথম দিকে একটু প্রবলেম হচ্ছিল ওর জন্য হ্যাঁ স্যার এবারে এসছে হ্যাঁ স্যার স্যার এসছে হুম
ঠিক আছে
স্যার বলছি যে সার্টিফিকেটটা কোথায় শো করবে
স্যার বলছি গ্রুপে আপনি এই লিংকটা তো ফার্স্টে দিয়েছিলেন স্যার খুলছে না আমি ওটা ট্রাই করছিলাম অনেকবার
হ্যাঁ স্যার সার্টিফিকেট পেয়ে গেছি
স্যার বলছি খুলেছে কিন্তু এই ডিপার্টমেন্টটা কমার্স দেবো তো
স্যার বলছি যে রোল নাম্বারটি কি শুধু 1326 দেবো নাকি বিকম/19? ওকে স্যার, ওকে ওকে।
স্যার দেখুন একবার হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে আপনাকে ছবিটা পাঠিয়েছি, একবার দেখে নিন প্লিজ।
স্যার ফিডব্যাক,
স্যার ওইটা স্যার আমি
স্যার
দেখেছি, ওটা হচ্ছে না।
ফিডব্যাক ফর্মটা তো পেয়েছি, কিন্তু এটা তো পাচ্ছি না, সার্টিফিকেটটা তো জেনারেট করতে পারছি না তো। না স্যার হচ্ছেই তো না, ফিডব্যাক ফর্মটা দেখছি তো মেলে এলো, আর তো কিছু এলো না। হ্যাঁ। আচ্ছা স্যার ঠিক আছে।
স্যার হচ্ছে না ওইটা। ওটা আমি লিঙ্কটা খুলছি কিন্তু ওই সাইনিং দেখাচ্ছে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।
স্যার পাসিং ইয়ার কোনটা দেবো?
কি স্যার কি স্যার?
না স্যার ওখানে একটা অপশন ছিল ফিলের জন্য, ইয়ার অফ।
স্যার আসেনি, ওটা তো ফিডব্যাক ফর্ম আসছে দেখছি।
Sir,
করলাম।
done, sir. Can I leave?
স্যার মেলে আসছে না তো, মেলে শুধু ফিডব্যাক ফর্মটাই এসছে। হ্যাঁ স্যার।
না
Sir,
স্যার
আমারও
কোনো
sir
লিঙ্ক
আমারও সেমই প্রবলেম। স্যার আমি
হ্যাঁ স্যার।
সম্রাট ঘোষ বিকমার। ইয়েস স্যার। হ্যাঁ। ওকে স্যার।
ওকে স্যার। স্যার আমারও প্রবলেম হচ্ছে, আসছে না।
ইয়েস স্যার। না স্যার আমি ছবিটা দিলাম, ওই সাইনিং করতে বলছে, তারপর
হ্যালো স্যার, আমি ফিল আপ করে দিয়েছি কিন্তু এখনো স্যার পাইনি স্যার। ওকে স্যার। স্যার তাহলে লিভ করব? ওকে স্যার।
হ্যালো স্যার, বলছি স্যার ওই ওই কমেন্টস এর জায়গাটাতে কি ওখানে কি কিছু লিখতে হবে?
স্যার পেয়ে গেছি স্যার, স্যার পেয়ে গেছি, থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
স্যার বলছি যে ওখানে কি নামে আসবে সার্টিফিকেটটা? আমি তো না না, মানে সার্টিফিকেটটা স্যার খুঁজছি, যদি ঢুকে থাকে তো।
স্যার পেয়েছি। আরে স্যার এই এলো। স্যার একটা কোশ্চেন ছিল। স্যার ইন্টারনাল।
স্যার
ঠিক আছে স্যার, হয়ে গেছে।
স্যার পেয়ে গেছি স্যার।
হ্যাঁ স্যার পেয়ে দিয়েছিলাম, চলে
গেছি,
যাচ্ছে।
লিভ হচ্ছে না কো, আমার ল্যাপটপের কাজ হচ্ছে না। ইসান মল্লিক, আমি পেয়ে গেছি সার্টিফিকেট। আপনি কি আউট করতে পারবেন? থ্যাংক ইউ স্যার।
হ্যাঁ স্যার হয়ে গেছে স্যার আমার। হ্যাঁ স্যার, হ্যাঁ। লিভ।
স্যার আমার একটুখানি দেখে দেবেন, হচ্ছে না ওইটা কিছুতেই। স্যার তাহলে কি লেফট হয়ে যাবো? স্যার তাহলে কি আমি আপনাকে টেক্সট করে দেবো আমার ইমেল আইডিটা, আর মানে হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে কি টেক্সট করে দেবো একবার? ওকে স্যার, ওকে স্যার। স্যার কাটলাম।
লিঙ্কটাই তো পাচ্ছি না। হ্যাঁ বলো। হ্যাঁ 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 স্যার বলো, করে দাও। আমি তো তোমার জন্যই বসে আছি। হ্যাঁ দারুণ হয়েছে। হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ।